Hello, this is my first intro. I know this is a bit unusual. There is a reason for this. I was recording the podcast yesterday morning and did the audio part. I realised at that moment that I'd only done about 8 minutes. I know I'm striving for a more succinct show at the moment. Less is more and all that sort of thing. But I thought, that's a bit short. And then later on, a friend of mine who's an amazing trumpet player and composer, educator, he sent me over one of his albums, and then I thought, these are pretty good. A couple of these tracks I could do with maybe using a couple of these for my podcast. So I asked him, and he sent me the MP3 files over, and so therefore, as I'm speaking now, you're listening to one of the pieces, which I'm also going to use as the outro. Well, I've already used it as the outro because I've done the music now. Music's so important. So I hope it works, and if you would like to check out any more of his music, Darren Lloyd, who is a friend and jazz mentor of mine, yes, please have a look at the show notes because I'll leave a link to the album, and check him out online as well, Darren Lloyd. And that's all I've got to say, really. So I hope that you enjoy the rest of the podcast. Hey there, welcome back to Busy Pro Fast Wellness. I'm Alan Welch, and this is your go-to podcast for quick, effective ways to feel energized and focused, even when you are in the midst of a busy schedule. Today's episode is all about simple stretches you can do throughout the day to boost your energy, avoid a sore back and neck, and to stay limber. Let's kick off with a quote that sets the tone. This is by Bob Proctor. Stretching yourself beyond your comfort zone is how you grow. So true. The main issue with how many of us live these days is that we are hunched over a desk, we're staring at screens, and suddenly we can feel stiff and sluggish. But what have I told you? That a little stretch here and there can be an absolute game changer. You don't need a yoga mat or a lot of space, you just need a few minutes, and of course you need a will to jump out of your comfort zone. So let's jump in to this right now. The first stretch for today is the seated spine twist. Now this is perfect if you're sitting at your desk and you need to loosen up your back and your core. And this is how you do it. 1. Sit up straight on your chair with your feet flat on the floor. 2. Place your right hand on the back of the chair and your left hand on your right knee. I'm sort of visualizing a half cross in this. 3. Slowly twist your upper body to the right, looking over your shoulder. I'm doing this as well at the same time, so I have that sensation, I can feel this. Hold for a few breaths, then gently release and switch to the other side. We'll just do that one more time, but we'll do it on the other side. So sit up straight on your chair with your feet flat on the floor. This time place your left hand on the back of the chair and your right hand on your left knee. Slowly twist your upper body to the left, looking over your shoulder. Hold for a few breaths, then gently release. And obviously you would then switch back to the other side, which is the first take that we did. You keep rinsing and repeating this as often as you feel necessary, or it depends on how much time you have between whatever task you might be doing, obviously. So this stretch helps to release tension in your back and improve your flexibility. Plus, it gets your blood flowing, which can help clear your mind. It's another mini reset without even having to leave your chair. What I love about doing these podcasts is that they serve as a constant reminder to do these little exercises. I hope that you feel the same way and you feel inspired to do these as well. Let's move on to the next and the final one. I like to keep it simple. Less is more. So, the reach and flex is number 2 in my exercises of fun today. This one's all about stretching your arms, your shoulders, and your upper back. I mentioned this one before in a previous podcast, but I do this one so often that I thought it was worth explaining another time. And this is how you do it. So, stand up tall and reach your arms straight above your head, interlacing your fingers. Stretch up as high as you can, almost like you're touching the ceiling or trying to touch the ceiling. Then lean to the right, hold for a few seconds, and then gently stretch along your side. You should be feeling this on your side as you're doing this. Return back to the center and then do the same thing and lean to the left with your hands up way above your head and your fingers obviously interlaced. Great. So this simple movement opens up your shoulders and helps with circulation. It makes you feel more awake and more energized. Plus, it gives you a chance to breathe deeply and shake off any unwanted stress. I find it's great first thing in the morning, but you can also use it as a mid-afternoon pick-me-up, I suppose. And there you have it. 2 simple, effective stretches to help you feel more flexible, less tense, and ready to take on the rest of the day. Just a few minutes can make a big difference, and these are easy to fit in no matter where you are. Let me leave you with one more quote to hopefully inspire your day. This one is from the 4-time Olympian and former 400-meter world record holder, Edwin Moses. I never struggled with injury problems because of my preparation, particularly my stretching. So that's it for today's episode of Busy Pro Fast Wellness. Thanks for joining me. Remember, small actions can lead to big results. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to tune in for the next one in a week's time. We'll have more quick and easy wellness tips for you. Until then, stay active, stay energized, and keep stretching. Goodbye for now.